Hey guys, so I wanted to do a full review here of the Xiaomi Mi Mix phone because it's not often that you get such like a strange exemplary phone come on your table. So I wanted to give it justice here and give you a heads up of the overall performance, whether it's worth buying or not. The battery life, the camera, the gaming, etc., and the fingerprint scanner. So just going to have a look at all the things on this video. First, starting off with the build quality, which needs no mention really. The build quality on this phone is absolutely fantastic. That's actually putting aside the actual display. It feels absolutely really amazingly premium. I'd say it feels literally identical to the Z5 Premium, which obviously was a big phone in itself, which had also same kind of like chrome around the edges. It does pick up quite a lot of fingerprints though. That's the only downside to this particular build, but in terms of premium, this is definitely a head turner. A lot of people were looking at what the hell I was using when I was out and about with this, because you've never seen anything like this before. The display itself is absolutely fantastic. The only negative I would say is that it's not 2K. It's I think full HD, about 300 ppi spread out over 6 inches. But it's not a massive deal really when you are like looking at content, etc. The text appears sharp enough, and the fact that it's going right to the border makes the actual experience absolutely epic when it comes to viewing content, like if you're on a train or something, looking at videos, etc. No other phone I think can give you the same level of immersiveness. Maybe Samsung comes close with the curved display technology, but I think this is really the star of the show here, the actual display. It gets very nice and bright as well. They've not compromised it in any other area, and the actual colours and contrast, etc., are absolutely fantastic. I don't think it's Super AMOLED though, so you're not going to get quite that good contrast as you get with the 3T, but it's good enough basically, and high point of the device. The other thing we want to talk about is the actual performance. Typically Xiaomi makes some nice hardware, but the actual performance is lacking a little bit, and I found the performance on this one to be quite good overall. I have done some private speed tests with some other phones and found that the actual performance day going back in and out of apps, etc., seems to be better than some recent Xiaomi phones. It still struggles a little bit when it comes to the memory management, particularly with heavy games, but I'm guessing that future software updates could fix that. This is a particular 4GB RAM model. You can get the 6GB RAM model, which can give you a little bit better performance. Personally, I don't think there's a massive difference really. Many 4GB RAM phones can run just as good as 6GB RAM model if they've got good software optimization, and I've found that going in and out of stuff on here is fast enough. It's coming with Snapdragon 821 as well, which is clocked at 2.3 GHz, so very nice up-to-date processor, and overall it's just a really nice performer. Overall, I wouldn't say it's the best performer. I'd say you're not going to be buying this phone for the speed alone. You're going to be buying it obviously for the form factor, but for those worried about the actual performance, you needn't be. Basically, I'm going to just show you a little bit of gaming as well, which I've been doing on the device, and as I said, because of the borderless display, it is absolutely epic here in terms of really transporting you into the game. So we're just looking at real racing here with this one. Very minimal heat output as well. And in terms of the speaker, we do have 2 grills, but it's actually just coming from this one, I think. So we'll just turn it up so you can see. It's quite easy to cover, but it's loud enough. So you can really hear a good amount of noise coming out of that speaker. The actual sound quality is, the visual quality, you can see very smooth here for the gaming. I've played a few games, so I have been quite impressed actually. I think really it's good that they kept it at full HD. You know, the inner kind of like spec fanboy in me would say 2K would be better, but if you're looking at battery life and if you're looking at heat output, I think the full HD really helps it really, you know, when it comes to those two things. So as I said, I have played a few games and they all seem to run pretty good on this phone. I haven't encountered any issues yet with that. One issue I have encountered a little bit annoying is the download speeds of some apps on the Play Store. And I'm not 100% sure if this is like the ROM that I'm using. Usually you can use something called the Zundli like accelerator to make it go faster, but it doesn't seem to be here on this. So I have been, like, for example, downloading this GTA San Andreas like for the past hour, and it's you know, a bit weird how it takes so long really. These are little quirks that you will find with Xiaomi software, you know, in addition to the memory management issue. But I think they've definitely improved some aspects of it, such as the browser. You know, the browser is very usable now, I've found, and can actually be even quicker than, you know, Chrome in some aspects. So you know, props where props is due there. It's a little bit of a shame that we are still running Android Marshmallow as opposed to Nougat. It would be nice if we did, you know, see you know, manufacturers bringing out the latest software really, but you know, you can't ask for everything, I guess. In terms of the actual battery life, you know, as I said, I have been using it pretty hardcore today, and let's just go into the performance and the power. So it's 64%, and typically, you know, with a 4400 mAh battery, you'd expect a very good battery life. And I have to say, you know, this is definitely a road warrior kind of device. I think the combination of full HD display as well as like a power efficient screen does lend to a fantastic runtime with this particular one. And you can, you know, choose different you know, options here to increase the battery life a little bit, so you can get some more juice out of it. Supports fast charging, I think, via Type-C as well, which is good to see. So it can get you topped up pretty quickly. So overall, I don't think you're going to have any battery life issues with this one. You know, it seems to be pretty good, and runs pretty cool as well. So that is quite nice. Also, the other thing, the fingerprint scanner is on the back here. One little criticism I would say on this is that it's so close to the camera sensor that you might smudge up the sensor a little bit, and also you might miss the actual reader, which does work, as you can see, very efficiently here. Pretty much all of them work efficiently now, so not a massive, you know, deal there, but do bear that in mind. They put the camera sensor a bit too close, if you ask me. In terms of the actual camera, you know, this has been the more criticised aspect of the phone, and I have been out and about with it, and I will be doing a dedicated video, you know, comparing it with another device to show you the performance of it. And I gotta say, it does the job at the end of the day. You know, it's not gonna wow anyone, but these are some of the shots I took recently on it, and as you can see, captures the environment pretty well. Overall, this was HHT mode, so it improves the low light a little bit. Daylight shooting is probably about comparable with other phones. It's just the focus can be a little bit slow, and the video recording could do with a bit more improvement when it comes to the focus. But overall, it'll get the job done. It's definitely not up there with the iPhone 7 or the Google Pixel phone, so don't expect that. You know, if you're buying this phone, I don't think you're buying it primarily for the camera anyway. So yeah, and the selfie cam is in quite a weird place as well. You know, so that might make you look a little bit lopsided, but they couldn't obviously put it at the top because there's no space there. So overall, it's a decent camera experience, but not exemplary. So what overall would I recommend you buy the Xiaomi Mi Mix? I wouldn't recommend you buy it over something like the OnePlus 3T, which offers you better value for money, more stability going forward. But if you're looking for something different, then and you're a bit concerned about the actual performance day to day, I would say don't be. If you can get a good deal for the phone, I'd definitely give it a thumbs up here. It gives you a fantastic look into the future of how phones will be in future, and will certainly be good as a daily driver for most people. I think if you are still on the fence about such a phone, probably worthwhile you wait for what the S8 might bring, because it is rumoured to come with a similar design to this based upon some of the mock-ups that we have been seeing release. Whether they're true or not, we don't know, but the mock-ups are certainly very tantalising. If we can just get the phone up here, let's just see. So you can see we've got some nice concepts here, but I think if you can't wait for the S8, this is still a fantastic phone to use in the meantime, particularly for web browsing, gaming and video watching. Very immersive. So yeah, just a quick overview here of the Xiaomi Mi Mix. If you've got any questions, you let me know, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.